This is our final installment of our wonderful Black Friday gun purchases. Now, if you guys remember, I told you I went to Sportsman's Warehouse and got a side-by-side gun, but I wanted to see how it would work if I didn't want to go there and ordered a gun online from their website, is what I did with this Rock Island TM 123, whatever. I'm not even sure what the name of the gun is. I'll tell you in a minute. So, supposedly, when I made the order on Black Friday, or I might have done it Saturday morning, they acknowledged it, took my money, and said it'll show up on the 19th. It'll be shipped to the local store, show up on the 19th. Well, today is the December 11th, and it was December 10th. I got a notice last week that the rifle's on its way. It's on a truck coming there. And then on the 10th, I got the notice that, hey, your gun's in the store, schedule an appointment to pick it up, and they tell you be there on time. So I said, okay, Wednesday morning, 10 o'clock. Schedule the appointment, it's in their system, I get a text message. I go down there with my little receipt with the number and that on there, and an hour and a half later I leave with the gun. So I go in there, and I guess now when you pick a time, I think they're either half hour or 15-minute intervals or something like that. So you figure there's, say, 4 people an hour coming in there. So they get my paper, they go in the back, the guy can't find the gun. And they must have got like 30 or 40 of them, because he said, I went through every Rock Island arsenal and your number and order number ain't there. So 15, 20 minutes of this till finally the manager comes and goes, the people that were scheduled to come and we knew were coming today, their orders have something on the box and they're on the other side of the filing cabinet. So they found the gun. By then they're already waiting on 2 other people that came in after me. And you go through this whole rigmarole, they pull the gun out of the box, you got to look at it, they type in 1 finger at a time and looking like this, get the driver's license in there and all that, and then you do it on a computer, you fill out the form, not on paper. So of course, the manager comes over, looks at this guy's shotgun, or they're reviewing the paperwork. He did it first. He came in after me. They took him ahead of the line because they found his gun. And they're waiting with me, so both of the pads are being used, so I had to wait even longer. The guy gets done, they give me the iPad or whatever, notebook or whatever you want to call it. So I'm typing in the form. And then he goes, did you change your driver's license or something? He goes, what? He goes, the address on the driver's license don't match the one on your concealed carry, which you're using for a background check. Oh, I have 2 houses or something. So then they had to go edit his paperwork. And this went on. They had to get the manager to get it to go through everything. And I mean, now there's all kinds of people. There's a bunch of people in the gun department. And I'm like, oh my God. Then the cash register didn't work. Then it didn't ring it up at the sales price. It rang it up at the full retail price. So we had to call the manager again. And then there was a 6 or 10 minute wait for the manager to come there, override the thing in the computer, readjust it. And then finally, an hour and a half later, I leave. So let's see what I went through all of this for. And like I said, for 96 simoleons, wasn't even 100, wasn't even a C note. I guess they sold a pile of them. So let's take a look at it. Alright, here we go. We got our red safety tape so you don't go off the deep end and start killing the customers. Let me cut that. Tear the box up. No reason. and the plastic it was wrapped in was sealed in a bag. They got to do the ritual by having you look at it. So you have a manual, the magazine, the gun itself was wrapped in plastic. Alright, so let's take a look. So I don't know how slimy this is. Oh, DD Dyra, just like our pistol, made by that company. And I think this is a 20 round magazine. I think they charge you like almost $30 for spare mags. So you can buy 3 more mags and actually either buy 3 more mags or another rifle. Same amount of money. Okay, manual. TM22 standard. That's the name of this gun. TM20. I don't even know the name of it. Rock Island TM22. And it goes through the caliber. Shows you how to take it apart, so that's going to be thrilling. I have to study this and do a separate disassembly video because it looks like you need some sort of tools to do this. And Allen wrenches, the whole 9, driving a punch out. This is going to take some studying. Assembly, reassembly. Yep, so that's going to be another video. So you got that in here. You got a pick rail on the bottom. Parts, warranty, all that other fun stuff. Alright, so this ships, and that's another weird thing, there's no lock. I thought all guns are supposed to have some sort of lock. There isn't one. It's weird. But you get a chamber flag. Chamber flags seem to be all the rage now. I guess a lot of ranges in that. So, chamber flag. Basically all plastic. Looks like there's something in the buttstock for some kind of a cheek rest. I don't know if that's an extra or something you add on. The hole just goes through there. Okay, you got a pretty aggressive butt plate there. You know, looks like got rails up top. You got this Buck Rogers style front sight. Let me see. And there is a notch in the rail for you to line that up. So you do have, there's a notch there, and that lines up with your front sight blade there. Kind of looks like, I don't know if that would actually come off. Not a bad little gun. Your op rod or operating handle is on that side, charging handle. And I guess, yeah. Alright, so looking at it, I think this thing slides off or something. Or you might have to take it off internally. But there's an extra set of pick rails here on the bottom of the stock. That's what your trigger and all this fun stuff looks like. Serial number, you know, just a simple bolt. And I believe that's a 20 round detachable magazine. Now I've heard a lot of things about these guns, and it holds open on the last round. Interesting. Have not heard a lot of good reviews about this weapon, but crossbolt safety. Let me get that thing out of there. Sure. Red means dead. So, crossbolt safety. kind of nice pistol grip, all right? And like I said, there's a closer look at that. I think there's some sort of, like on a shotgun, some little cheek rest that you might be able to move up and down. But it's not in the box. That must be extra. Extra, extra. And yes, I'm going to have to study this and probably practice taking this apart a few times when I go to clean it. And there's where your notch is and lines up with the front sight. You got a pick rail so you can easily mount something on there. 22 proof tested. There they got the serial number. The serial number is down in there on the barrel. You can see it on the barrel. You can see it on the bolt and on the receiver. So the serial number is in 3 places on this. Pretty interesting. Man, this got like not only a pick rail, this has a deep groove on both sides, so you can probably clamp 22 stuff or whatever, or for the pick rail. That's right. I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking for the pick rail mounts. So a lot of things you can put on here, you know, and like anything that's priced under $100, you know, probably we're going to have some things about quality, and from what I've seen in the manual, taking this thing apart, it's going to be a barrel of laughs. Looks like you got a hex screw there, and that's it. And then something about, I was looking, you got to go inside, but I'll study that up and that. But anyway, that is the last of my 2024 Black Friday deals. This is the last one, guys. Now I'm just going to spend time making videos, testing them, shooting them, seeing if I got hosed or what. So, I don't know. For all the trouble I went to, this thing better shoot real good. Alright guys, hit the like button, subscribe, and stay tuned.